Hello James Hornsby family, it's Mrs Mechem here this week for your virtual assembly, and we are going to be revisiting one of our core values, resilience, as it is so important to us that we are supporting you all in becoming mentally, physically and emotionally resilient learners. So what does resilience actually mean? Well, we would define it as an individual's ability to really adapt to stress and adversity. The ways in which you might overcome different problems that you might be having, how you find solutions to help you address situations that you may be in. In an educational sense, it could mean any of these things. How you might manage your emotions if you're feeling stressed or worried about something. How you might bounce back after a setback. Your self-efficacy is how much belief you have in yourself. How aware are you of your strengths? How good are your problem solving skills? How resourceful are you? Do you know who to go to if you might need some help? How much enthusiasm have you got to really try to deal with problems yourself? And how much do you have the ability to reach out to others as well? So I'm going to talk to you about an example of the straw and the potato. It's not a story. Well, I suppose it is in a sense. So there were a group of teachers who were given a problem, and the problem was, how do you put a straw through a potato? So I just want you guys to think for just 1 minute, if you had a potato and a straw, would you be able to stick that straw through that potato? Now, the group of teachers that were asked, they said no. They thought about it, they tried to work it out, they thought about how they could drill holes through the potato, what could be the way in which they could deal with this problem, and they resolved that they couldn't do it, that there was just simply no way. Now, I'm going to be talking to you today. We're going to come back to the idea of the straw and the potato a little bit later and prove to you that there is no such thing as can't. And actually, if there is a problem, there is always a way. It's not that it can't be done. You've just got to find out how. So we're going to be thinking about what type of resilience you might need to show at school. Your teachers want you to be resilient in ways, not just emotionally resilient, but we would want you to think about how you manage your workload. So not putting things off and leaving things to the last minute, to be on time, to meet your deadlines, to be able to concentrate for extended periods of time, to control your thoughts and emotions, so that would be your emotional resilience at play there, to really enjoy challenge and problem solving and not shy away from something because it's difficult, but to really sort of throw yourself into a challenge on. And ultimately, it's about working to your maximum potential. As you can see from the chart in front of you, so this was from a study done from a number of school children over recent years. And they found that the quality of most work produced by young people in secondary school sat somewhere down at the bottom of that curve, where that zone of excellence, the actual capacity and capability to produce fantastic work, it was harder. Yes, it was much more challenging, but very few students were really getting to that zone of excellence. It wasn't outside of the realms of their capabilities. They just weren't pushing themselves in the way that they needed to. So how do we do that? How do we really push ourselves to get to that zone of excellent work in our lessons? Well, one way is to know when you're in the pit. Okay, so sometimes in lessons you may be facing a challenge. You might, feel that you're sort of having a go at something. You've jumped in, but you might feel like you're at the bottom, you're getting it wrong, you're not fully understanding it. And that could be a really easy moment to give up, okay? That could be the moment that you say, oh, I can't do this, it's too difficult, I just can't. But you can see, if you find ways to just bit by bit get yourself back out of that pit, understand a little bit, understand some more, mostly understand, now I've almost got it, then you're going to find that success. That's where deep learning really is going to be taking place. It's really important for you guys as resilient learners that you know when you're in that pit, and you know that hard work and that deep learning and striving for understanding and really trying to solve those problems and not giving up is going to be the thing that makes all the difference. Now, if you generally feel that you don't have that, that you actually understand things, that you can jump straight over the top, then you need a greater challenge. And that's something that you might want to talk to your teachers about. How can you further challenge yourself to get to that zone of excellent learning? And the most powerful word that you will think about today, James Hornsby family, is the word yet. Such a small word, yet so significant. I will always say to my students who say to me, I can't do this, I will repeat back to them, you can't do this yet. It might not work yet. You might not know yet how to do it, but you will. And that resilience is going to be what pushes them forward to overcome those challenges. Because of course, if we go back to what we know about growth mindset, just 35% is based on ability, and a much bigger 65% is based on effort. So when you're faced with a problem, it can be solved. It's just a case of working out how. And a few ways in which you can do that. Remember, if you plant a seed of doubt, that can be self-fulfilling. If you believe you can't do something, it may be that you aren't able to do it. So remember, it's not if, but how. Remember, trial and error. Try out different ways of doing things to see if it leads you to a better solution. Doing things the way you've always done them might not be that recipe for success. And sometimes it is about just getting on with it. Sometimes the direct approach is the best solution. We just have to go for it. Carpe diem is Latin for seize the day. Take every opportunity that you have. Believe in yourself. And as Miss Hughes will always tell you, stop procrastinating. Don't put off to tomorrow what you can do today. And all of those things will lead you towards that sweetness of success, the satisfaction of finally being able to stab that metaphorical straw through the potato, overcoming a difficulty and experiencing success, which is such a great feeling and one that you will want to hold on to. So I hope that's given you something to think about this week, James Hornsby family. And I'd love to see in your lessons you thinking about being that resilient learner, that learner who, when they're in the pit, they do everything they can to get out. Really moving towards that zone of excellence in your lessons, pushing yourselves as far as you can, and remembering the power of yet. It's not that you can't do something, it's that you can't do it yet. And in case you were wondering, it is possible to put a straw through a potato, and I will share with your tutor groups the video that shows you how to do it. Have a great weekend, everyone.